Good evening, I'm Brett Baer. Today is tax day, when your income tax returns and payments are due. If you are one of the procrastinating Americans who has waited until the final hours to file, you may think things can't get much worse or more confusing. But Chief National Correspondent Jim Engel tells us, wait until you see what could happen next year.
While many Americans are scrambling to get this year's taxes in, analysts are warning about a bigger tax day, what some call Taxmageddon, as in Armageddon, to characterize its effect on the U.S. economy.
Taxmageddon is a $500 billion one-year tax hike that hits the economy on January 1st, 2013.
Almost the entire tax code has been put on a year-to-year lease, and in some cases a month-to-month lease.
At the end of the year, some $500 billion in tax breaks expire all at once, hitting American households with an average tax increase of $3,800 if Congress doesn't act. The potential tax increases include $165 billion from the expiration of the extended Bush tax cuts, pushing taxes from a bottom rate of 10 and a top rate of 35 to a bottom rate of 15 and a top rate of 39.6. A cut in the child tax credit from $1,000 per child to $500. Return of the marriage penalty. The tax on dividends would soar from 15 to as high as 39.6%. An end to the $124 billion payroll tax cut, and an end to a temporary fix to the alternative minimum tax, originally aimed at millionaires, but which would hit 34 million taxpayers next year. The expiring cuts would hit all income groups, but those at low and middle incomes the hardest.
Taxmageddon falls 70% on middle and low-income families. That's because 60% of the Bush tax cuts were for middle and low-income taxpayers.
And that could have serious economic effects, including a drop in disposable income.
An economy that's about 1 to 2 percentage points smaller than it otherwise would have been, and unemployment that's a full percentage point higher than it otherwise would have been because of these tax hikes.
With all that facing the economy, wouldn't Congress act? Ordinarily, yes. But this is a presidential election year.
It's my guess that nothing will happen on any of these issues until after the election. Here we have a case in which many in Congress will be either retiring or unelected, and maybe even a president. How do you fix a tax system with that kind of uncertainty?
That's why one congressional source says the chances of a lame duck session are 100%. All this raises the stakes for the economy because until Congress acts, businesses can't know what their tax rates are going to be, making it hard to hire more workers or plan for the future, leaving both taxpayers and the economy awash in uncertainty. Brett?
Something we're watching closely. Jim.